Good morning, it's Tuesday, March 12th, and on Saturday I got both the handles on the bigger ones glued up. So basically at about lunchtime, these two were looking good, and the other four still needed not significant amount of work, but more work. So I split these two off, got handles prepped, ready, and glued on for those. I literally got these glued on. I started gluing up like at 5:55 on Saturday, so I stayed a little bit late. Got them glued up, got them all cleaned up. So today I will do at least the preliminary shaping of these and then start grinding on the other ones depending on what else is going on. So in the idea of getting a couple more glued up and just trying to batch the handles, just because it does work faster for us when we can batch handles. So I will continue either both on these two and on the other four, try to get 6 handles on today, tomorrow. Really, that's it for me today. Besides a bunch of admin, it's Tuesday. There's always that stuff. So without further ado, he's back, he's bad, and he's ready to roll. It's Daniel.
What's up, everyone? Hope you all had a great weekend. I'm back into things, going to show you what's going on in my world. Let's see, what was it? Wednesday. The day I left, I was basically getting these to a spot where I could get handles on them. And as you see here, these nice, shiny 52-100 Gyotos. I've got one more I've got to finish buffing up on. It's very similar, but it's just not to the liking that I like to get just yet. So I should be getting handles on these 3 as well as our custom with the stonewash finish. Don't remember if I showed you that or not. I'm gonna get some mosaic pins on here and get this up. Bring back the handle just enough to expose that jipping so that way it's a little separating off, and then get that all glued up today. If I can, I gotta start on some leather work too, so I might go upstairs while these are glued up and then work on and show you guys progress on them tomorrow. We'll see. It is Tuesday, so it is industry sharpening. We'll see how that goes, and as always, whatever else comes in, we'll take care of. Now, we're gonna go into our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we covering today?
Today we are covering Benchmade's Full Immunity Gold Class. So the Full Immunity came out last year, and they decided to celebrate it by doing it in a gold class. So like most gold class, it'll have a damask steel blade. All of the hardware is titanium and anodized blue, even the bead. Blue anodized titanium liner, thank you. And then carbon fiber, not a woven, but like a layered or a laminate carbon fiber. Just a nice little pocket knife, dress up the pocket a little bit. It comes with the gold class box, the certificate of authenticity, and it even has a number, if you can see it, it's number 425. So these go on sale today. Today's the first day we can film it, we'll talk about it, anything, so it will be on the website later today.
Right on. And if there's nothing else that I need to cover right now, I'll probably upload a real short knife review as well, just so we can get those things out there for you guys to click, like, subscribe, look at, and have questions for us. So as always, we appreciate it. We're gonna roll into the week. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, March the 13th, and I am almost done with the grind lines. So I've got a little bit more polishing to do, like on that one. See, that one still says 120. This one's, then the other two have already gone up to 120. I decided on the Nakiri to go linear. I may do a hand finished linear on this. Haven't done that in Magna Cut yet, I think. So I may do that on this Nakiri just to make it extra special. And then on the Kiritsuki Gyoto and the Rocking Santoku, I still need to decide like what I'm doing on the finish. I will at least go up to manufactured a 120 grit. Might try to do something different with them. Like I said, I've got to decide. I did start planning the handle material for the hidden tang, so I'm gonna do a little ironwood with separation. I'm gonna put a piece of G10 in between each of that, because that's that burgundy or maroon, whatever you want to call it, resin. So do a little kind of triple spacer thing on that one. I will start planning the handles on the other two as well and just kind of see what I come up with. So really that's my day. I didn't have a whole long, I basically only had the last half yesterday to work on these. The admin literally took the first half of the day. It was a lot. So really that's my day, and now you get to see what cool stuff Daniel's gonna be working on.
What's up, everyone? Just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I did get the Gyotos up to handles. I've selected some material. I'll get those picked up somewhere down the line. I've got to put them on pause at the moment so that way I can get this custom a little bit more further in progress, which it is now ready for glue up along with the kukri. So I will glue up this guy and then glue this one up and peen it with the copper pommel. Couple quick little notes. Basically gonna monitor this as I'm peening it to make sure everything compresses well, no handle cracks, no issues, everything kind of stays aligned, and adjust as I go. At the same point, because I also revealed the jimping here, and I'll just kind of place that where that's at. But as you see here, this is revealed. What I've got to do is not only monitor any spooge out of epoxy from the front, but also the back, so that way it stays nice and clean. So I'll just kind of be here in this area, making sure that goes as this epoxy cures. That's gonna be the first part of my day. If that goes successful, which I plan on, I will either be upstairs doing some leather work or trying to get a handle on those Gyotos, or at least them fitted up. I might reverse that so that way I can just kind of finish up with something like that at the end, a little bit more relaxing and easier for me to kind of get into towards the end of the day. But that's what I will take on for today, as well as whatever else comes in. Now, we are going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about a set of steak knives. Yake well, he finished yesterday, and then he'll be finishing the box today. So this is his favorite steak knife design to do. He kind of took a riff off an old one Steven and I used to do, and just made it more to his liking. So it's a little deeper, handle's a little shorter. Just a great looking steak knife. He did a little speckled finish on there, and then it's cool because then this wood he chose also has a lot of speckling on it. So it's a super special steak knife set, if you can say that 5 times real fast.
What's the steel on these?
These are all CPM 154.
Right on. Do we know the wood?
I believe it is spalted pecan.
Right on. All right, y'all. These are in stock, correct?
They will be later today.
They will be later today. You did say it in the beginning of it. I apologize. So be on the lookout for those on the website when that does drop. In the meantime, we appreciate y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe and hitting all the buttons, and comment, and we'll talk to you. See you on the next one, y'all. Peace. Good morning. It's Thursday, March 14th, and I did get some grinding done on the 3 Magna Cut knives. So the Rocking Santoku, the Nakiri, and the Kiritsuki Gyoto. I decided to go shiny with all of them. It's just what I was feeling. I did get distracted partway through the day. Talking about distractions. I did get distracted partway through the day with some things I will show you in a little bit. So I didn't get as much grinding or handle planning done as I could have. But that's here nor there. Is still a very cool and exciting last half of the day. So I will continue on these 3 in hopes of getting handles on them by the end of the day to catch them up to the other 2. But we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, that's really my day. Well, let's see if what Mr. Distractor over here has going on for his day. Hey, y'all. Sincerely apologize. Sorry, brother. When Russell said the date, I was looking because I think 3/14 is Pi Day, and I went to Google it, and my podcast started playing. So I apologize. That definitely was not nice or nice. All right. To get you guys caught up with what's going on in my world, I have got handles adhered to themselves and the knives. Basically have this one shaped down. I'll be starting the sheath on this guy today. I'll be bringing this one down a little bit later. It's a little difficult to work with copper because it heats up so fast. And the one thing you want to make sure you're not doing as you're grinding on copper is heating it up too much to blow your epoxy. That is not fun if it ever happens because you're basically starting over. And If you know anything about doing something that takes a little time, starting over is never the fun thing. It happens, but it's just something we try to avoid through our processes to make sure we are going through it the safest and most efficient way. Furthermore, I did go upstairs. I've got a little leather project to work on. This customer has brought this crazy kind of tri-dagger. I will show it to you later. It's not really edged, but it's got just straight zero grinds all over it. It's kind of different is what I'll say. And then this is the leather sheath I'll be making for it. It is a slimmer style. We're going to also have this belt loop sit a little higher so that way the knife actually sits lower. And then what we'll do is put a snap on it so that way the handle stays on it as well. Should get some progress here on these guys and show you some more of that tomorrow. All right, now without further ado, we're going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about 2 new Serenity skinning knives in stock. So the exciting thing that happened yesterday is that Clay from Twisted Arrow Leather Goods brought these sheaths over. So he is a professional full-time leather maker here locally. He's all of like 4 or 5 miles away. So we basically have hired him to help us with our backlog of sheaths and to help us standardize our sheath making. So we have 2 skinning knives that have been in progress for quite some time. If you are a long-term watcher, you'll recognize these from when Josh was working on them early last year. So we have the Galaxy Skinner, and it's got this cool kind of polka dot finish, and then we've got this much more classic Skinner with a nice shiny finish, and it's got the buffed forge up here. So this is a pine cone resin with an AAO resin hybrid, so that's maple and the black gold resin. Super stoked about both of those. We haven't had a Skinner in stock for a while, and this will be our first alligator sheath in stock, so super cool. Excited about that. We will be showing you more. We have 3 more knives that came back with those as well that we'll be showing you in the future, and there'll be more to come.
Right on. All right, guys, just a quick shout out to Clay over at Twisted Arrow Goods again for coming through with those sheaths. They aren't the only ones that have sheaths on them, so we'll show you some more later on this week, but it is definitely a big plus and a big help. It's definitely a step above what we can do. Not saying we do bad stuff, but he's just so much more efficient, and he's got such nice leather. So other than that, we're gonna wrap it up here. See you on the next one, y'all.
Good morning, it's Friday, March 15th, and I got some good work done on the set of, or not set, but the 3 Magna Cut knives I'm working on. This one looks very blue, baba booey, baba blah. So I'm going shiny with this one, and it's gonna be a linear shiny. So going between, this is at 220 now. I'm gonna do another round of 220 just to make sure all of those 120 scratches are gone. And really get that one nice and shiny. And I'm doing something fancy with the handle too. So I've got laminated some G10 for the very front. I'm gonna do antler, and then I have the same combination of G10, so it's the red and black. That's gonna go right in there. And then one of my last 2 pieces of Usyk already drilled is going on there. So this is gonna be a super fancy handle. I'm super stoked about it. And it's gonna be on a Nikiri, so very excited. On the Kiritsuki Gyoto, I'm doing the blue coral I have from a project many moons ago, and I did an ivory and blue liner on it. So that'll cool. I still have to plan the second part of that handle, but that's okay because I still have to plan the second part of this handle too. So this is for the Rocking Santoku. It's that fuchsia kind of purpley camel bone I used on the European petty knife that I finished, and I did a blue, a purple and ivory liner there. That looks blue in the footage. There we go, it's purple. And I'm gonna have to plan the rest of that handle too. So more polishing, more handle planning, basically a lot like yesterday, but like the final bits of it. So super exciting. I should, fingers crossed, get them glued up today. I know I've been saying that for like 3 days, but I'm really taking my time with these and really want the polish to be nice. I'm gonna do something different with the acid wash for the other 2, but you'll see that as I do it. Anyway, here is Daniel with what he's got going on today.
Morning, everyone. Just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, the sheath for this guy, and as you see here, the main issues were, well, let's fit it in right. Yeah. No, this wasn't the issue. No belt loop here, and it's super wide. The customer wanted to be able to hold it on their hip, so we've redone it, and they wanted it in black. So we've basically thinned the profile up so that way it is nice and sleek, and we've also got the belt loop here and a snap up top, so that way it stays nice and secure. All done. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and they asked me to sharpen it, but I don't really. This is basically a three-sided piece of steel with a point, and stabbing is what this thing is meant for. I don't know how I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this. I don't know if I want to put a bevel in it or just try and clean these up to give it a weird zero grind. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so that, and then on to some other stuff upstairs that I've got going on. Kydex for the knife I showed you guys yesterday, and whatever else comes in today. It is Friday. They do tend to be busy, so we'll see what happens. Now, we're going to go in our favorite spot, as always, with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about another one of the knives that Clay brought back to us with a new handmade sheath. This is a knife Steven started and I finished. This is a hollow ground hunter. So if you can see it in the camera, this is hollow ground here, as opposed to a lot of what we do is flat. And Steven loves to get a nice polish on it. So super shiny finish in CPM 154, and then we put this steely blue AAO maple hybrid on it. You can see Steven's little maker mark right there, his little raven skull. So yeah, and then slips into the sheath, and there's a nice little snap there for it. So super stoked to have that in stock finally. I mean, we have been working on it for quite a while, so
right
good
on.
to get it in stock.
Right on, y'all. We'll wrap it up here. See you tomorrow, wrap up the week. Peace.
Good morning. It's Saturday, March 16th, and I might be able to get these knives glued up today. So, the Kiritsuki Gyoto, that handle is prepped and ready to go. The Nakiri is prepped and ready to go. I just have to decide if I want to hand rub this knife a little bit or not, or if I'm happy with it. And not saying I'm not happy with it, just I haven't really looked at it yet. And the Rocking Santoku finish might be done. I might put it in for another muriatic treatment. And then I just need to drill this one up. The front is ready to go. I just need to polish it. And then going for a little bit of that action. So I had a little bit of the, I'm gonna, oh, wow. I have words. I'm gonna cut a little of this pink off, or purple, and that way I get a little bit more of that green on there, and go for something reminiscent of the watermelon sugar Santoku I did last year. So really, I'm just gonna be focused on these guys today. I am still waiting on the mesquite for my next custom, so I can't really work on that one yet. They are literally stabilizing a full batch of mesquite just for us, because they're just cool people and I like that. And so still waiting on that. So Robert, your knife's coming, I promise. And really, that's my day. So here is Daniel with what he's got going on.
Hey y'all, just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I've got a little bit of everything going on right now. So just kind of catch up to speed. I've got the guard fitted for this guy. Gonna basically get this somewhat shaped and then into a vise for glue up. And then I've got some quicker leather work that I've just been trying to hammer out. An old folder that just needed a pouch, which I took in a while back. Gonna basically finish up that. I need some snaps, so I'll be paused on that when I get to that point of needing a snap. And then had this guy come in, needed some work done because it was coming apart, so I'll be redoing it with a little cant, so that way it just sits a little bit better for the customer. And then in doing that, I found another cowboy bowie I forgot to go ahead and make a sheath for, so I'm just running that in there with this. And if I get a little bit of a chance and these kind of are in a glued up spot before I get to stitching, I'll probably switch on over to those Gyotos and get those handles a little further, if not glued up, depending on how much of a flow I can get into and how busy it is or is not. We'll see how that goes. Now we're going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about a new drop point hunter we got in stock. So this is another knife that we got back from Clay. So Clay over at Twisted Arrow Leather Goods did this beautiful basket weave sheath for us. So the knife is a Hidden Tang drop point hunter. It's got a beautiful copper guard right there. And I like to do guards just on the bottom. That way if you want to get over the knife for whatever you're doing, you can. And then this beautiful Texas spalted pecan handle. The steel does have a creative acid wash on it. And then when you put that in here, it pops, boop, it pops right in. So full coverage, so you don't have to worry about anything getting scratched or anything. And it has a calf skin lining in there, so the rivets won't scratch anything. It'll just go in like butter. So yeah, now in stock, ready to go.
Right on. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all's viewership. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hitting all the buttons. We really do appreciate that. Russell doesn't know this, but I'm going to try and see if we can do something for our 1,000th follower. So, if you guys can make sure we kind of get there here soon, we'll try and figure out something. The quicker the better, so that way we can kind of get that going, just so we can interact with you guys a little bit more. Other than that, appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Peace.